These last couple of years, one of the trends that we're seeing in the nonprofit world, even among some of the charities that I get to work with, is more and more people coming out of the corporate world and moving into the nonprofit sector. And it's a great thing because we have these experienced, skilled, strategic people coming in with a needed focus on outcomes. It's not just about being a nice person, it's about getting stuff done. And that's awesome. In fact, Julia Molden wrote this book, We Are the New Radicals, as kind of a tribute to these kinds of people. And it's a good book. One of the things that happens, though, and I've seen it several times, is that these leaders come into the nonprofit area and they quickly realize that it is a whole different world than the corporate sphere. They realize they can't solve their problems with budget. You can't always buy the top talent that's out there, despite what Dan Pelota would like to be true. And they need to learn different ways to motivate the people they've got. Daniel Pink, in his fantastic work, Drive, talks about the way that we motivate people, the purpose motive instead of the profit motive. And he says we need to give people autonomy, have them find areas where they can show mastery, and let them know they're making a contribution, which is great. But here's some really simple things that I've seen that I think work. You have to understand that especially in the nonprofit world, people are motivated intrinsically, not extrinsically. It's a moral motive, not a material one. So you have to connect people to the story. All of your team need to understand, whether they're board members, senior staff, entry-level people, volunteers, everyone needs to feel like I'm a part of making a difference. This is how I play a role in something fantastic. We also have to do something that's very hard for a lot of the people I see coming out of the corporate world, and that's to stop and celebrate successes. I know as leaders we're all saying, but what's the next big thing? What's next? But we have to stop and celebrate with energy and sincerity before we can move on. Really what this comes down to is honoring those same reasons that you as a leader might have moved out of the corporate world into the nonprofit world, and seeing the same thing as valuable to everyone on your team. Help them to see the difference that they're making. Connect them to it. Celebrate it with them. Do the little things to spoil your staff and school them. Train them and treat them. And you'll have a team that are more committed to you and, more importantly, to the cause that you support.